Okay, we got something to look at. Made by Pyle USA Wireless Microphone System. Has a belt pack transmitter with a headset and a lavalier mic. So, see what we've got here. Oh, wow, it even came with batteries. How about that? I don't see that very often anymore. Shows to have 32 channels, and I haven't used it yet, but they self-synchronize. So if you're having some interference, if you need to change channels, um, supposedly it's a fairly easy process, and it synchronizes itself, so you don't have to run back and forth from the transmitter to the receiver. Well, this has got all this rattly paper, so let me get it out of the rattly paper so that you don't have to put up with the noise. Okay, everything's out of the box. Here's your transmitter, receiver, two sets of batteries, your lavalier mic, uh, micro USB to A charge cable, and your little boom set headset. Now I've got more rattly paper to deal with. So I'll edit this out if necessary. This is an audio adapter that will allow me to go into my GoPro. This is a C, and it takes a 3.5 millimeter jack, and it has a pass through, so you can actually power the GoPro while you are recording if you're going to make some longer recordings. Now, the only oddball thing that I'm seeing out of this setup is the 1/4 inch output on the receiver. So to get audio into some of my devices, uh, actually into here, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use some kind of an adapter. More rattly paper noises coming. And I'm not sure if one of these is going to work, but I got a handful of them. If not, I'll order something else. I'm kind of thinking these aren't going to work, but I'll find out. And if they don't, I will order something else. These will snap onto here, and that's a stereo. I don't know if this is a mono to stereo adapter. That'll snap into there. Kind of a cumbersome setup, but if I get any decent range out of it and it allows me to use some direct input into the GoPros, I think it'll be worth it. As soon as I do a range test on this, I'll try to get everything put on the air all at one time. So this gets put on hold, and today's going to turn into another day, and we'll have a review, and everything will show up at once. Okay, what I noticed on this, I did a little early clip. The range is good on it. What I did notice, though, I've got the lavalier mic on now. I tried the boom mic, and both of them, there is a digital noise, a little bit of hum that's in the receiver, and I don't know if it's coming from the transmitter or the receiver, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Now, there are two adapters. There is an adapter to go from the 3.5 millimeter, or actually it's a 6.35 1/4 inch jack on the receiver. There's an adapter that goes over to a 3.5 millimeter jack, and at this point I don't know if it's just using one channel or if it's using both channels. So the 3.5 millimeter jack is stereo. The jack on the receiver is mono. So I don't know if this is a mono to stereo adapter or not, but the digital noise isn't really acceptable. I've got some ferrite beads. I've got, well, first to figure out if it's in the transmitter or the receiver. So I've got another, or in the adapter system. So I've got another camera that I think will accept the 3.5 millimeter jack, so I'll try it on that camera without this one adapter, see if the digital noise is still there. If it's still there, I'll try to see if it's just in the receiver or if it's in the transmitter, and then if I can maybe put a bypass capacitor in there somewhere to knock the noise out, or maybe there's a sensitivity control somewhere that I haven't stumbled across yet. But anyway, the noise isn't terrible, but it's way more noise than it is acceptable to me for what my intended purpose is. So anyway, everybody have a great day. If this helped anybody, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I appreciate everybody hanging around and watching this, and we'll catch you another day. Wrap this up inside the house, actually, on the GoPro. And then I'm going to add a little bit more information about the unit. But the sound quality and stuff, it seemed to be okay. I'll have to listen to it a little bit more. I still don't know if it's stereo or mono, but I figured inside here you'd have a better opportunity. I'll take a breath in a minute and give you an opportunity to hear the digital noise if you turn your sound up. So I'm going to give you about a 10-second pause starting now. So, and the TV's on upstairs. I can faintly hear it, so we'll see if it picked any of that up. But anyway, I'll wrap this up on my iPhone, but I just wanted to see what this did in a quieter environment. Okay, just a couple of things that I made note of. This has an interesting setup. There's an LED on the top when you turn it on the receiver. It's red. You turn the transmitter on, and once they're paired, then the light on the receiver turns green. Shows the frequency that this is operating on. See if I can get it to focus there. And if you change channels, the receiver tracks with it. So, and I didn't try using any different channels. There is an audio hum, as you heard on some of the other clips. So I will attempt to see if I can figure what that is. The receiver has an antenna, and it stows away inside. It's kind of handy. It's I'd say very delicate, but in that position, it's not going to be a problem. You can charge it with the micro USB. You can charge it while you're using it. It has an auxiliary microphone input, so I could actually have another microphone at the camera. Well, this is going to be at the camera. Put another microphone at the camera so it pick up audio from both sources. Using this adapter, I am getting audio on both channels. It's mono audio because this is only a mono output, but it is at least feeding through to both channels. I haven't measured it to see if it's even or not. And then this is just the C adapter for my GoPro. And if you weren't using a GoPro, some of this could go away probably. This piece would go away for sure. So anyway, other than the noise, the range on it was great. I actually, without wearing this, just holding it in my hand, I was able to get a couple of 100 yards. That's way more than they claim that it'll do, but that's not wearing it. Now, when you put this on, then this antenna is right up against your body, and your body is a pretty good RF attenuator, so it lessens the range if you're wearing it, and it'll matter where you wear it. If it's on your back and you're facing the camera, you got more body between you and the receiver, the transmitter, than receiver. It's going to attenuate the signal even more. I'm only bringing that up because in certain situations, you might be able to have let's say if you're in a blind and you've got a camera set up in the field somewhere, you might be able to put this on the blind somewhere to where it's not on your body and talk through the camera 100 yards away. So I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do, for the guys that are into the hog hunting and shooting stuff. Uh, put your camera at the target 100 yards away, 50, 75, whatever you're going to shoot. Put a mic on the receiver so that you actually hear the impact from the lead hitting the target, and you would also be able to narrate the thing as you're shooting it. So just lots of fun little things come into mind. The microphone is directional, so I can pull this off. So this will need to be pointed at your mouth. Let's see, I'll zoom in. That needs to be pointed at your mouth, and it's got a form of audio noise cancellation in there. And this, you could probably put a dead cat on it. And if you're not familiar with a dead cat, we're not killing kitties to attenuate wind noise, but they do make a sound buffer called a dead cat for those people that don't know. And that would probably take out a lot more wind noise. So anyway, I'm going to tinker with this a little more if I can't get the hum out, and I'll let you be the judge on whether it's going to be a bother for you in the other audio clips. I did include a wrap up inside the house with a few seconds of silence, and you can, if you turn your volume up, you can hear that. You can hear me talking through it. So I'll let you be the judge of this, if it's going to work for you or not. But for the price, again, I'm not an affiliate. I gave $30-ish for this. So I just wanted to see what it was going to do. Anyway, thanks for putting up with all of this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why you like it. Let me know why you dislike it. If you have a question, follow up on it that I didn't answer, let me know. Subscribe, hit the bell. I got some more stuff I want to do on this, and I got a couple of other things I want to review. So if you want to keep track of what I'm doing, hit the subscribe and the bell. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.